Hey, greetings, humans. Welcome.
All right, guys, we're going to be breaking down the Who's Number 1 24 card on June 20th.
This is Freddie.
That's right.
This is Jordan Liu, one of the greatest minds in Jiu-Jitsu. And this is Finn Canning, future heavyweight world champion here.
Exactly. Most all my job for me.
And my name is MD. What we do.
MDVS.
And today we're going to be looking at the next WNO card. Is that right?
That is right.
Thank you. All right, now let's kill this.
So we'll talk about Cole versus Ethan. Finn, you've got him to train at AOJ. You got to train with Cole. Why is he one of the best guys in the world?
He's extremely hard to score on.
Hmm.
Extremely hard to score on. Very strong thigh drags. Keeps people in defensive cycle. Comes up, wrestles up, attacks backs, uses leg locks to attack backs.
Yeah. Do you think Cole's gonna pull? Do we see Cole pulling against Ethan, or do we see Ethan?
I'll see him pulling out.
Yeah.
Because he gets to.
If he plays top or bottom, he's going to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the style matchups is what Ethan's very good. Ethan is hard to score on, but he ends up in defensive positions a lot more.
Yeah.
Cole very rarely ends up in defensive positions. He'll disengage and get back to his A game.
And the WNO rule set isn't really a points rule set.
Yeah, it's a submission rule. So last time,
Yeah.
he was the last person Cole fought in.
WNO. We could check right here.
It was Damien
Anderson.
Yeah, so I imagine it would be similar to that one.
I also imagine.
Yeah. Last time, Fabricio, Andre, Ethan finished Fabricio in the back. I think Ethan has a really good ability of creating scrambles, especially from wrestling sequences and getting to the back off of them. He's probably pound for pound one of the best back attackers in the world, if not pound for pound the best back attacker in the world. Seriously, when he actually gets to the back. Ethan, yeah, I rate his back attacking ability very seriously. But Jordan, Ethan versus Cole. How do you think this match
Very
plays out?
extensive opinion of this match. I believe that if we reference Cole Bartey versus Damien Anderson, you see it's very common in Cole's guard play. As Finn kind of said, he's never put in a defensive position.
Yeah.
But I would extend that to me. He's never out of position in his offense either. As opposed to Ethan Crelinson, I feel like he makes intentional choices that lead to him being put in bad decisions.
Yeah.
So if we watch how Ethan lost to Dante Leon,
Yeah.
it's not that he was being passed and made an error, like taking a scoop grip. He actually chose to do a particular offense where he takes a scoop grip and goes outside ashi.
Yeah.
He was doing that. He did it multiple times in the match.
Yeah.
Whereas Cole doesn't do any of that, like poor fundamentals. So I think
Yeah.
really there's not what I see in the match happening is Cole just wins the decision. Ethan has no ability to pass. If Cole's on top,
Yeah.
Ethan's not going to be able to put him in any trouble.
Yeah. Cole's really hard to score on. He's like, Ethan's a guy that you're kind of right. He like makes a lot of fundamental errors, but he pays off because he has such a good scrambling ability, such a good ability to capitalize. But Cole's, I think, is a bit too calculated.
Yeah, he doesn't take.
I will share opinions with Jordan. I actually agree with everything you just said. I think
Like his breakdown of this match.
Yeah, I think Cole wins everywhere, to be honest. I think if Ethan gets to a close position,
Yeah.
like on the back,
Yeah.
or maybe in like a good, like Ashigarami, like inside Ashi or something, maybe he has a chance.
Yeah.
But the chances of that happening are like pretty low.
Mm.
Ethan is really good in the back. Like, for example, I know Bobby Sandu, who has decent back attacks himself.
Yeah.
He's learned personally from Ethan how to attack the back.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if Ethan will get there. I think Cole is much better in open positions.
Yeah.
And in order to get to a close position, you have to win in the open position.
Yeah.
I think Cole wins in every
No
position.
one here thinks Ethan can pass, right?
Of course, he's not going to pass.
Yeah, I think he gets shut down
Yeah, I
from
don't
Scoop
think so.
De La Hiva.
Yeah. No one thinks he can pass.
Can you tell me how that match with Fabricio played out? I'm surprised that Ethan beat Fabricio, Andre.
He wrestled up into a rear body lock. Mat return, got 2 hooks, finished on the back.
That's a pretty good win.
That
Fabricio,
is a-
Andre,
that is a-
fucking
It's a
unit.
fucking huge.
It's a
win.
huge win. It's a
Yeah.
huge win.
Andre's a unit. Bro.
Yeah, but I don't see if let's say it goes differently. Let's say Ethan does pull guard, and we see him trying to wrestle up on Cole. Do you see him having any success that way? You saw him try to do that against Cade. He got darsed off of a wrestle up from a shin to shin, but you did see him have success against guys like Fabricio. I think Ethan has a wrestling advantage in this match. If he's going to have an advantage, it's going to be wrestling to the back. It's probably his
but
way.
I think Cole is quite
Cole
good for his passing.
He'll just pull.
Yeah, I'll
He comes up on a single, just jump close guard thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Just coming out of his guard.
There's no points.
That's fair enough.
So it's very hard.
So we're all picking Cole for this one? Not
I would
Cole,
say so.
Cole. Yeah, I'm picking Cole.
But I had to put a bet on. That's what I'll put.
All right, so the next match we're going to be breaking down Joseph Chen versus Elijah Dorsey. We'll start with Mo on this one. Big breakfast.
Big breakfast, BJJ.
Yeah.
That impressive trials run beat Nicky Ryan
Yeah.
final versus Joseph Chen, fucking unit as well. I honestly don't know who to pick in this match, man.
Yeah. I'm just looking here now. Look how many matches Elijah Dorsey had to win to get this this trials win. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 matches. 7 matches to win trials. He beats Nicky Ryan. He beats Oliver Tarza. Like Elijah Dorsey, he's an absolute beast. He's competed in the gi a bunch. He has big wins over guys like Nicky Ryan. Lost to Tommy Lane like Anogi Worlds. That's interesting. Jordan, you probably know a lot more about Elijah. How do you see this match going on? Do you see Elijah being able to enforce his game on Joseph?
I think this match is fascinating because if we talk about how Elijah can impose his game on Joseph, we don't actually know the upper limit of Chen's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
We've seen him break out at Euro trials. You know, he beat Oliver Tarver.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic. We don't know exactly how good he is at this point.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, Elijah Dorsey beat Nicky Ryan. I don't actually know if that style of jiu-jitsu will apply to a Joseph Chen match because we know Nicky Ryan notoriously gets in his head when he competes. Yeah. In that trials, Nicky destroyed everyone until that final. And we know in the trials, it's at the end of the event.
Yeah.
So if you're Nicky Ryan in that position, you've won everything, and now you have such a long amount of time of you waiting, I have to win this last match. It would be repeating in his head a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think that kind of thing applies to Joseph Chen as much.
Yeah.
But I do believe Nicky Ryan was technically superior to Elijah Dorsey. So I think if Chen, his upper limit is as high as people are saying it is, I think he should be able to use his guard play. You know, we saw his good offense against Isaac Michel a couple of times in that match. I feel like Joseph Chen will be technically superior and win that match.
Yeah, I think what you said about like Joseph, we kind of don't know his ceiling. Like he's a guy that I can't really put my finger on. Some people I feel like overhype him in a way, thinking that he's going to be a guy to medal at ADCC or something like that. I don't have him quite there, but if you look at it, like he has losses to Levi Jones-Leary, he has a loss to Isaac Michel. I think Isaac, from memory, dominated in that match. Kenta lost to Matej Jasinski, but then he also is a guy that is constantly growing, constantly getting better. And then you look at the Euro trials, he gets the win back against Jasinski. He has a match with Tommy Landlacker, beats him 9-0, passes his guard 2-3 times. That's a massive win. Beats a guy like Oliver Tarza. He's hard to leg lock. He's super well-rounded, and he's super young. But Elijah Dorsey, I mean, this guy's a fucking athlete.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Like, he's an athletic specimen. He comes in the gi. Finn, have you watched any of his gi matches? Or, like, do you remember his gi career at all?
I haven't watched a lot of his matches in the gi, but I know he's, like, obviously very hard to score on as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's very tough. When he wins, it's, like, usually by small margins, but he's, like, dominant through the whole match.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like someone that's extremely strong.
He's a black
Like he gets to like his grip.
Yes, he's a black.
He's a black league.
He's a black.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an insane athlete. I don't know, D1 wrestling, or he has like some wrestling background.
I just know he's a black league, bro. That's enough for me.
Yeah, he's a gi guy that understands the gi guard, and then he's implemented like very high level wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's just like a super tough combo. We think Joseph has to pull, right?
I have no clue what Dorsey's going to do. I have no idea how this match is going to play out. I haven't watched either of enough of their matches to know.
Yeah.
But I just think, like you were talking about Matej Jasinski earlier, I think it's a tragedy that he's not going to ADCC this year.
Yeah.
I think the ADCC invites is
Wait, he's
so
not?
fucking broken. No,
Why is he not?
Matej is not in the bro.
He's not going because he
But
lost
I mean,
the trials.
he lost at trials. So
All right.
Yeah, but there's still invites.
Yeah, I think that if you invited Mateus, I wouldn't say it's like out of this world. But if you didn't invite him, I could also understand it because he did lose
I
two
think,
European
I think
titles.
guys, I think
Who else did they invite instead of
I don't know. I think they invited Taza, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I agree with because Taza like went around the world
Yeah.
and did trials on every continent trying to make it.
Yeah.
That's always his stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know who else they invited.
Yeah.
Probably some Brazilians.
Do we think that Elijah can pass Joseph Guard if he decides? I see Joseph pulling in this match. I think Elijah can definitely pass him.
I can see them both passing each other, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think because look, Isaac Michel, athlete.
Yeah.
Big breakfast BJJ. Blathy.
Yeah, I see that
And if
match.
Isaac Michelle can
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
Joseph Chen, I think then probably the Blathy can probably
Yeah,
pass.
I do see a lot. I do see this being similar style of maybe Elijah just overwhelming Joseph with like physicality, outside passing.
Street passing.
Yeah, this sort of stuff. So I'm gonna take Elijah. Jordan, who are you taking on this one?
I've got Chen. I don't see him falling prey to that sort of passing. He did against Isaac Michelle, but that was a huge size advantage, and Isaac's probably better than we think he is.
That's a very good point. Yeah, Finn, Elijah, Joseph.
Yeah, I've got Elijah. We're choosing the geek time still.
Yeah. That's a
Man, I actually don't know. Hey,
I'm gonna go Elijah. I think he actually finishes him on the back.
Jesus.
That's how.
You think
It's
Elijah
it's
finished?
so hard to finish on the back.
I don't
Yeah,
know about this
this
match.
is-
If I know what's gonna happen in the match, I'll say. But this match, I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't watched enough of Elijah. I've watched a bit of Joseph, but I haven't watched enough of Elijah. I just watched his match against Girai.
Okay, that's fair enough. We've moved locations to proceed because we are at SWA today. We're here in Melly's massage room. And Harrison's on the back. Jordan Law here.
this couch, bro.
Yeah. And the next match we're going to be talking about, Tynan Dalma versus Jay Rodriguez. Finn, again, you've got to train at AOJ, you've got to train Tynan. Why is this guy the descendant of AOJ? Why is this guy the chosen one of AOJ?
Because you've very rarely ever seen him out of his element, apart from once against Jensen Gomez.
By the way, Free reckons Jansen Gomez is a bum. That's what you literally said, Jansen Gomez.
I think Jensen Gomez is obviously talented. Do I think he's anywhere near the level?
Well, he lost to
of-
was it Isaac on
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
Jansen Gomez?
Isaac Michelle, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't think
I
he's on
think-
the level of those guys, but I think he's obviously very talented to get a win over Tynan.
J-Rod's last match was Jonathan Alves.
Yeah, that's right.
But obviously, Jonathan Alves and Tynan Dalper, I think, are completely different.
Yeah, J-Rod just had a match with Jonathan Gracie on the UFC Fight Pass.
Yes, I watched that match.
Yeah, that was
He struggled with his guard a
He,
lot.
he struggled a little
Like,
bit.
There's obviously no, look, I'll give you, there's no chance Daryl is passing Tyron's guard.
Zero chance.
Really?
But he's Tynan pulling. We've seen in all his okay. You think he's gonna pull?
Because I think
Can he solidify his
J-Rod's very hard to wrestle with from.
No, I know.
He's not going to wrestle Daryl. He's going to pull guard. He's going to sweep you, and he's going to pass him, but he's just going to leg track.
That's what I think's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
I think if he gets on top, then it's done.
He will get on top of time, but
But it's getting on top, like
Bro, but trying to get on top without the gi grips against J-Rod.
yeah, like have we seen Tynan playing on bottom?
bro, have you seen Daryl?
we haven't seen him playing on bottom in the nogi.
So we haven't seen.
But what I'll say is Tynan, I think, just so we're just talking about the Jonathan Gracie match, J-Rod struggles against these outside position guards, these outside players. I think he's going to really struggle to get anywhere near a pass. And I think Tynan's it's going to be hard to wrestle up or like sweep J-Rod because of his wrestling base, his ability to stay on top and not get swept. But I think eventually Tynan gets on.
like a leg
I think
track.
Daryl won't be as savvy into like not allowing Tynan to make an outside guard. I think he'll try and step into like a cross hamstring position or something, and then that will just give Tynan the.
I can see Tynan wrestling up or sweeping up like an inversion, like Finn was saying, like a kiss of the dragon, throw it at the back take, gets on top.
Or even just a basic De La Riva sweep.
Yeah,
Like,
I think when Tynan gets on top, pressure, he's gonna
Bro,
fight.
can you imagine he out wrestles him, bro? What?
that was-
Nah. What if
It's a-
Jordan?
Imagine he out wrestles J-Rod, bro. What?
Yeah,
Can we
Jordan, give us your opinion on this match.
My opinion on this match is this is the biggest mismatch on the entire card.
Yeah, yeah.
When people look at Tynan Dalpra,
Yeah.
they think this has been a transition to Nogi. This recent Who's Number One success. You don't understand. This guy has won Nogi once before. Not at black belt. Not at black belt. But what I'm saying is this guy has trained Nogi in the best gym in the world, AOJ, longer than J-Rod has been training wrestling, I assume. Tynan Dalpra has been in that room since he was
Jonathan
young.
Alves has been training in that room as well for years, and he got
Is Jonathan Alves Tynan Dalpra?
no, but he still was.
No,
sleeping.
the answer is no. Jonathan
Jonathan
Alves
Alves-
You're
Jonathan-
has
very high.
nothing like
Tynan
the
Dalpra.
physicality of Tynan Dalpra. We
Yeah,
watched
that's true. Yeah.
Tynan
He's bigger.
hold down Oliver Taza and do inside position passing
Yeah.
when he's known for outside passing.
Very
Tynan can
true.
do everything.
Very true.
What we expect in the match is J-Rod will respond to Tynan's passing by trying to heist and stand up back to a standing
Honestly,
position.
like this Tynan's record, this is just ridiculous.
We also know that
Yeah,
Tynan
crap.
has like one of the best teams in the world. He has like
I mean,
half
oh, yeah, but-
yeah.
We're out
And-
the world.
We'll leave that in.
Yeah,
I was there at that match.
Simon,
For us, Rob.
76 wins, 55 by sub, 2 losses, never been sub. I don't think he's ever had a point score on him. This is just ridiculous.
No,
Finn,
Jensen's only
Finn,
He has.
Finn, I think the Mendes brothers. No, they like so Alves tried to wrestle Gale and got like misdirection on block up. So I think Tyner's gonna see that, and he's just not gonna wrestle him.
Yeah, he's definitely like literally one of the greatest to ever do it. Like,
Yeah.
he is extremely tactical when he studies his opponents. Like every match you see him with, especially when it's a super fight, he will hit a sequence and he'll show a video. Yeah, I was drilling this a week before.
Yeah, now as the
It's like he has this.
These AOJ guys are locked in.
Yeah, he's
that is the AOJ guys
so-
like to say. The AOJ guys like to say, we have a plan.
We have a
Yeah,
plan.
and they literally do, bro.
They
I don't
do.
think they're trolling cars. I think they actually do.
They really do, yeah.
So
Yeah. I think Gerald's going to really
The
struggle.
unanimous decision is that Tyner's gonna just very convincingly beat you.
I think it's going to be very convincing as well. Do I see him subbing him? Maybe not because of Gerald's good. He has such good
yeah,
switch
he's
in his
good.
game.
Is he good?
Even
He's good
Mika.
at escaping the back and escaping armbars.
Yeah, I think Mika. If Mika couldn't finish him, I don't know if Tyner's going to be able
Bro,
to
can
finish him.
Tyner make 77 kgs?
Yeah, I think so.
He's so big, bro.
He's
What
big
match
boy.
is this one?
He's like 82.
Who's number
but
one?
I think he
Like, so wait.
What weight?
I do not know. That would actually be a cool thing to check. But yeah, okay. It seems unanimous. Tyner Davra smokes.
Does he get invited to ADCC if he wins?
No, I think they
I don't-
Already invited.
It's already done, man.
I imagine
So
Gerald
88?
watches this. He
I've
hates
got
this
88
all, bro.
sports.
Yeah, look, I love Gerald.
Invited.
Gerald's a talented guy.
0.1% chance he watches this. He goes, well, he's bummed. We're sitting here saying, yeah, he's going to lose.
Talking about Jared. Jared, I do love you.
We love you.
I love him, bro.
do
You're
like Gerald.
super entertaining.
I watched the Jonathan Alves match this morning.
And hopefully you prove us wrong. But we're going to pick Tyner Davra.
All right, quick segue. What are we talking about now? Okay.
So actually, because I'm the one that's only focused, we're actually talking about Jacob Couch versus Francisco Lowe. And I'll tell you this, Jacob Couch is a fucking strong ass monkey. Alright? And that's not racist because he's white. He is strong as a fucking monkey. He has really good fucking leg locks. And he just has a very good sensitivity to a lot of positions in jiu-jitsu. So what's going to happen is Jacob Couch is going to make his ear guard or a knee shield. He's going to scoop the other leg. He's going to pull him into outside action. He's going to outside him.
Okay, can I just say quickly, just so you know,
Yeah.
Francisco Lowe has already submitted Jacob Couch.
It doesn't matter. But Jacob Couch has been molested. But now he's going
All right.
and he's going to win.
Oh my god!
This relates right back to what we're
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah, bro. He's got the demon inside of him.
Yeah, bro. He wants that one back.
Jacob Couch, he just won the East Coast Trials, all subs.
Yeah.
He lost to Francisco Lowe, no geek fans, we just mentioned this.
How many years ago?
He got steamer locked. It was last year.
Really?
Yes, it was
Mm.
last year.
But he's had a good year, Jake.
Yeah, Francisco Lowe is so inconsistent. This motherfucker is tough. He's had matches with Nicholas Maragali, Cato Tolo. Like, he's had all sizes, all comers. He takes them on. He's a fucking tough motherfucker, tough pursuing guy. But yeah, Jacob Couch, I mean, this recent run at Trials, who's number one? He just looks fucking on fire at the moment. His false freak is obviously like one of the best parts of his game. His outside heel hooks, devastating. He did lose to Isaac Michelle. Again, Isaac, I felt, dominated him in that match. So who's number one match? That was also quite recent. But Jacob Couch is quite, I feel like he's just a more consistent grappler. And Francisco, he's been submitted on the legs a couple times, toe hold variations, things like this. But I do think he's going to have the confidence that he's already defeated Jacob. So, yeah. Jordan, what do you think about this match? Jacob Couch, Francisco Lowe?
I think this match is going to be a very good indicator for ADCC Worlds in that when Jacob Couch won that trials, people were thinking, okay, now it is time. You know, he lost previously to Bodoni.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a bad match against Isaac Michelle.
Yeah.
Then he comes back, does a dominant performance against some of the best at that recent trials. People are going into this ADCC thinking, what are we going to see from Jacob Couch? I think this match is one of the best indicators.
Yeah.
I personally think Jacob Couch will win via a inside heel hook.
Yeah.
Francisco Lowe hasn't got that dog in him.
He's definitely got that dog in him.
He's got
This
dog in him.
motherfucker has a match with Nicholas Maragali.
I agree with Jordan as far as the finish
Brother,
is
that
concerned.
match was involuntary. He did not want that match to Nicholas
But
Murray.
I'm saying this is a guy that's cut all the way down to 77 kilos, and he's competing in absolute divisions. He's got a strong mindset, man. He did lose to Cade on that Who's Number One. That
I don't think it's any embarrassment to lose to Cade because Cade look like
That's what I'm saying.
Isaac
It's like
Michelle. Isaac Michelle doesn't get enough props for how good he is, and
Yeah.
Cade
Yeah.
just literally pulled that win out of nowhere, bro.
Look, lost to Roberto Jimenez, I would say, on the back.
Roberto Jimenez is also one of those guys who's
Yeah. But he's been in there with like the who's who of just like these top level guys in the world, so he has that experience. But I'm gonna go with Jordan on this one. I think Jacob Couch too savvy on the legs, enters and finishes him, rights his mistake, beats him.
It'll be an outside heel hook, though, not an inside heel hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
outside Ashley.
Yeah, it'll probably be outside actually.
he has a lot of
maybe
outside
inside
heel
actually
finishes.
because I remember he trained with John for a little bit.
How will he enter from like false three?
They won't even really be functional. It'll be like a knee shield. He'll scoop the other leg,
Other leg
pull it
and pull
in,
it.
and then he'll make
He
it.
did that against
He does that to a lot of
Sebastian
people.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, exactly. And Sebastian Rodriguez is not easy to finish, bro. Like
Yeah.
I remember watching Sebastian Rodriguez match with Oliver Taza, and I was so impressed.
Jacob Couch also a guy. He's gone. He's trained at AOJ. He's trained
Trained at AOJ?
Yeah, he's trained at Henders. This
Yeah.
guy's like he's encompassing.
He's trained at Roco as well.
Yeah, he's gone and he's trained at a bunch of different high level gyms, gotten a feel for them. He's not just a one trick pony. He's very physical and strong.
He's a scumbag.
Yeah,
I know him personally. I know he's a scumbag.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
joking. He's a gangster, but he's just hard to like. Once he's like on you, it's hard to get him off you.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
dull.
So what's Francisco Lowe's way of winning?
Flying time.
Yeah, didn't he flying triangle Adam was this kid?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was in the kid.
Well,
Oh, no.
I mean, he's literally already submitted Jacob Couch on the within a steamer lock. So
He's saying can't win.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I think Francisco has to do kind of like what we're saying is like he has to be a bit flashy, jump on submissions, make Jacob think twice, put passing pressure on him, and maybe fall back onto the legs or fall back into an armbar.
What do you think, Nelly?
I think none of this matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
They're gonna do it anyway. What's the point of talking about it?
Yeah.
Fuck, let's leave.
Yeah, that's like Nelly's just he's just broken the third wall, man. You gotta get out of here.
I think Jordan's opinion is the only one that matters here.
I agree.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
I think he's right who's saying the dog.
No.
Yes, I agree.
the
Not
dog-
getting
If he can
molested
see
in
it-
crucial forms.
It's facts.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Jordan's very insightful, bro.
Alright, so Jordan, you're picking Jacob Couch.
I think we all know Jacob.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna.
I'm gonna pick Jacob Couch. Yeah, moving on to the big match. I'm the most excited for this one on the entire card. Diego Pato versus Fabricio Andre. These guys are top of the top at 66 kilos. Diego Pato right now, maybe the number one pound for pound guy in the world. I mean, he's in contention for it. We'll go on to this.
Basically, it's right.
Yeah, he is. I'd say like maybe him, Maragai, these guys are up there now. Finn, you got trainers Pato at AOJ. Why is this guy one of the best guys in the world? Why is he the number one pound guy in the world?
I mean, the game that he was playing like a year ago or 2 years ago is different to how he even plays it now, which is crazy. Like, usually top guys like that, you very rarely see big improvements, but he's like totally taken over, especially with the heel hook game, adjusting heel hooks with footlocks.
Yeah.
And he's taken over, bro. Like, I remember he had a match with Malachi at Euros and he lost and he really struggled to get to his legs. It was in the gate.
Yeah.
And he fought him at Pans and he just dwarf ankle locked him like so fast.
Yeah.
Like, he is in fucking sicko mode.
Yeah, he's
Um,
insane form.
Since going to AOJ, it just seems like
Yeah, he's he's on
it.
it hard, and I know Fabricio is obviously
Like, look at that.
extremely hard to beat. It's hard to leg block.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think looking at this record, I think Pato's beaten him already once.
In the
At the
gig.
crown.
In the gig.
Yeah, in the
yes.
crown.
Oh,
Yeah. But this is no gear.
This is
So
no
it's like
gig.
with heel hooks in it. Man,
Do,
that's like
do we think Fabricio can? I mean, Fabricio is one of the only guys in the world I can actually see passing Pato. I don't know if he's going to get it
I
done.
think Souza could do something.
Souza has had a match with him, and what I'll say is, that I think guys like Souza, if you watch the Cade match against Pato, he can struggle against these guys with very good outside passing and they're not connecting. He does well against guys like Dante that kind of come into the guard, play into his guard. When you get a guy that has very good outside passing like Fabricio had, I think he struggles a little bit more. Saying that though, he's so this guy is the most dangerous grappler I think in the fucking world. When he gets connection, he thinks about breaking you with everything at any chance he can. He puts breaking pressure. You see against the Dante match, he wrestles up. Dante goes for a kiss of the dragon. He sits back on a fucking ankle lock, and it looks like that. Like he's dangerous.
He's so calculated.
Anytime he's dangerous. Against the Kane match, he pulls him into a shotgun armbar, nearly breaks his fucking arm. Like, this guy is just hunting for the sub at every single second.
Pato is so malicious. The way he competes is so malicious. Like,
Yeah.
he'll be very technical in his approach with the guard.
Yeah.
But then once he sees something, he's literally trying to break it.
Yeah.
And the difference between Pato and Fabricio Andre is I feel like Fabricio Andre is just like, he's also so technical, but he's such a scrapper. Like, he beat Giancarlo.
Yeah.
He beat Owen Livesey. He was like 4 weight classes above him.
Yeah.
Like, but I think Pato can't like focuses on winning.
Yeah.
Way more than Fabricio though. Like, Fabricio will take matches and lose. Like, I see here he lost to Kennedy. He lost to Pato.
Yeah.
He lost to Kynan. Obviously Kynan is still a fucking bad person to lose to. He lost to Isaac Bowden and I don't know who it is.
Yeah, it's in the game.
It's in the game. But man,
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how to pick this match. But if I have to pick somebody, I'm gonna have to pick Pato because the form he's in is just hard to pick against.
Yeah. Jordan, what's your opinion on this match? This is like,
Yeah, I think this is another one of those matches where it's a good look in ADCC because something different is occurring with Fabricio Andre now. Previously, in the last ADCC, he didn't really get a good chance to shine. The fact that he fought his own teammate Diogo Hayes, who later went on to win the whole division, and then in the Absolute, he had a very good showing against Victor Hugo. Now that he's left that Melky Galval team, we don't actually know what his how he's revitalized his jiu-jitsu. Now knowing he doesn't have a really good teammate, one of his brothers he's grown up training with, for a long time. So with Fabricio Andre, he's coming into this new ADCC season without being at that Melky Galval team. He no longer has that attachment to his brother, Diogo Hayes. He is going into this ADCC knowing he wants to beat everybody. That being said, I still believe that Pato has way more avenues to succeed in this match. When we look at the biggest wins Fabricio Andre's had in Nogi, we're mainly being impressed at his wins over larger opponents. We cite that Giancarlo Verdoni win. The way he's winning those matches is by being a really good judoka wrestler.
yeah.
I don't think that applies in this match.
And he also has a lot of.
He has a lot of.
Do we think
He has a lot of puppy.
can Fabricio pass Pato?
I don't think so. So I was going to say this in response to, you thought Pato might struggle a bit more with outside passes and those kind of inside split swap camping.
Yeah.
I think that just because he responds super well to those inside camping passes doesn't mean he's going to struggle with the outside passer.
Yeah.
He trains at AOMA. He trains with the best outside passes, best leg trap in the world. That's the only way Fabricio Andre is going to be passing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have the success against Diego Pato.
Yeah.
It's possible, but I think this match, it's crazy how WNO is just like booking these matches because I feel like this is probably the ADCC final.
Also, the rule set. Let's talk like this. Who's number one rule set? Man, I don't know if anyone's going to beat Pato in this rule set. I think he can beat Mika Galvao in this rule set. That's how crazy I'm fucking talking about.
Huge.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a good match. If it was in ADCC, you saw Pato against Gabriel Souza the last ADCC. He struggled to entangle him. Souza was doing a good job staying on the outside, staying out of the legs, and then got to overtime, out-wrestled him, won that match. I think Pato will struggle against similar to like that in ADCC. I think that's like the only way you're going to really beat him in ADCC. But when it comes to jiu-jitsu, and I don't know if anyone's going to be able to pass this guy. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to do anything to this guy. He's just so on par right now. I think he's going to sub Fabricio on the legs. I see that happening. I just think he's too dangerous.
That's possible.
Way too dangerous.
But it'd be a good precursor for ADCC because I think, I don't know who else, like, I think Pato beat Diogo Hayes, like, he was dominating him until Diogo got fucking injured. But I think this is maybe the ADCC under 66 final.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. I wanted to quickly touch back on this. It's a bit off topic here. But Diego, obviously, he went up. He beat Dante Leone. Massive match. He was a massive underdog going into that match because of the size factors giving up. Do you guys think, let's say he wins this match, do you guys think he can seriously beat a guy like Diego? Can he beat Mika's the guy right now that's like...
I don't know. You've never seen him fight someone.
I think that's such a the different weight classes.
I'm saying it because he's gone up. He's beaten Dante. He's beaten these few guys. He now holds that belt and who's number one. And Mika's probably going to be the next guy that comes after him in that regard. You see Mika get subbed on the legs by Cade. I don't know if Mika's going to be able to pass him. Possibly he could. But that's just for me the most fascinating match in terms of like the next level for Pato. If like none of these guys at 66
I
happen.
can tell on the matches. I could see Pato. Whenever you're the smaller guy, you're more likely to get gassed.
Yeah.
If the match is longer, it's better if the match is shorter for the smaller guy.
Yeah. Very good. Alright. Fabricio Pato.
Pato and this was it. Yeah. I'll take Pato.
I'm gonna say Pato by finish.
Yeah, I'd say Pato wins by a rep decision, just tries to attack his legs the whole time.
Yeah.
Fabricio probably does a good job at not getting subs, but struggles to pass maybe.
Now talking about the main event for this Who's Number One, Victor Hugo versus Luke Griffith. Mo, you learned to train with Luke Griffith here. He's just coming off of a massive win against kind of Duarte.
Which I thought was going to happen, by the way.
You predicted it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to believe that. I mean, I'm looking.
I mean, I said it to you in your face.
Yeah, you
Camera.
predicted it, and that honestly did surprise me. One thing that you said to me a while ago that now I truly see with Luke is you said he's one of the best back attackers in the world.
He is, bro.
And I didn't believe you. I was like, okay, yeah, he's subbing these guys at brown belt worlds on the back. But now after seeing that and now looking at his record, 28 subs, 17 coming them on the back. This guy on the back is just, he's finishing everyone. He finished kind of fast on the back. It was impressive. Why
Hey,
is
look at what's that sub rate? Does that say 100%?
93%?
93% sub rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look at how many of them are RNCs. So many of them. are
Honestly,
RNCs.
I mean, this is just like, this is just ridiculous. Yeah.
Like Luke knows his game, and he just sees a pathway straight to the back. And
Yeah.
once it's on your back, it's over. It's
Yeah.
actually over.
Yeah, but Victor Hugo is very hard to pass.
I agree. I think Victor Hugo, that's right. Like for me,
Yeah.
if you were to ask me who's going to win this match, especially after the Kynan match, after watching that,
Yeah.
that really gave me all the confidence I needed to pick Luke Griffith.
Okay.
Because I
It's
know.
just because he's a new wave guy, bro. What are you talking about?
True, he's a good. Well, listen.
You're gonna say your boy's gonna lose, bro? Come
No,
on,
listen,
guys.
listen.
Be honest, guys.
Luke Griffith just beat Kynan, right?
Victor
So-
Hugo's being kind.
But they have different
True,
styles.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
have
It's a
very
tough
different
match.
styles.
But I think the way Luke approached that match versus Kynan, I think he's so confident right now that it'll be Victor Hugo's guard will be tough to pass.
What I'll say is, I don't think this match is going to look how the Kynan match looks.
No, it won't.
I don't think he's going to wrestle.
No, because Victor Hugo will pull.
Yeah, and I don't see
Yeah.
Luke being able to get any back exposure. I don't see him being able to pass.
That's why I think it's going to be a good challenge for Luke.
And I see Victor Hugo probably winning this similar to how he beat Big Dan later in the match, coming up, sweeping, passing, and just exhausting him. Victor Hugo, he's one of the very few big men that actually has a very technical and hard guard to pass. He's quite flexible, quite mobile. He's a big boy. He's got good pressure passing. He's tactical. He's got wins against guys like Nicky Rod. He can control these big, strong individuals.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I'll tell you the difference between Luke Griffith and Nicky Rod. Nicky Rod is Nicky Rod. Yeah, Nicky Rod is just going to try and go through the goal. Luke Griffith has a good team around him. And Luke Griffith trains in the same room as Gordon, right?
Yeah.
And say what you want about Gordon, but I think Luke Griffith, he's one of the most studious people I've ever met. Like, he just knows random matches will happen. And he just, like, if you ask him a jiu-jitsu question, he'll just give you the answer straight away.
Yeah.
Luke Griffith, I promise you, he will know that Victor Hugo will be one of his hardest matches. And that's why he's taking this match before ADCC, because he knows that it was actually a challenge for Gordon to pass Victor Hugo's guy. Gordon had to actually exert effort to pass Victor Hugo's guy. And that means Luke Griffith knows he'll have to be at his A game in order to pass Victor Hugo.
Yeah. Both guys are on a massive run. Like, the last match from memory that Victor's lost is to Nicholas Marigali. Besides that, he's coming off winning IPJJF Worlds. He won the absolute division and his over 100 kg division. He's just on a fucking tear right now. And same with Luke, to be honest, going through this. Jordan, Luke versus Victor, how do you see this match playing out?
I honestly I think that the Nicky Rod match versus Victor Hugo is a very good case study in how people can either have success with or fail against passing Victor Hugo's guard.
Yeah.
In the later stages of that match, Nicky Rod was able to pass via outside passing. He spent most of the match trying to use his body lock, get to that, and it didn't work at all. I think Victor Hugo is going to have far more success countering Luke Griffith. And Luke Griffith tries to do that kind of slow-paced passing.
Yeah.
I think this match is going to come down to Hugo winning a decision based on a lot of off-balances from his guard play. Similar to a Pato style of switching to the secondary leg to attack sweeps off balances.
Yeah.
I think Victor Hugo takes this one quite convincingly.
Yeah. Fifth.
Yeah, just change the game, bro. He's gonna win close.
Alright.
Come on, bro.
Victor Hugo trains in the gate.
Fucking done.
Do you think that Victor Hugo can he come up and pass this guy?
I think so.
Have you seen much of Victor Pass? I haven't.
Yeah.
He has a good strong passing. Obviously, he passed. Big hand. Yeah, he's a big guy that he doesn't just play for the points. He does finish guys. It's going to be interesting. I am going to have to pick Victor Hugo. I just don't see Luke Griffith passing him. Maybe we could see Luke falling back into the legs and trying to turn it into more of that at the start of the game, but I think it's going to be hard against Hugo. Even Gordon couldn't finish Victor on the back.
That's why I think it's gonna be a tough match.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool. Yeah,
So Jordan, Victor Hugo.
I think Liverpool.
I'm going to pick Victor Hugo. You're picking Victor Hugo. All right, that's it for this card. Finish the who's number 1.45. Mid-July.